should wear a name tag.
Ni vicious presente.
Girl, you should wear a name tag. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa.
Let's go.
Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, your body oh so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, 'cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, 'cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People go insane when you walk by. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Lose control of myself, can't find you anywhere. Been trying for too long. I give up, I'm out of luck. Been looking everywhere, it doesn't make sense, no. So bring it back, 'cause I need you on the dance floor. 4 a.m. and we go home. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, 'cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, 'cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People go insane when you walk by. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. 'Cause I need you on the dance floor. 4 a.m. and we go home. I guess it's history now, and girl, you should wear a name tag. I didn't realize the danger,
Happy Friday, and today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting and review of a Cristalino. It is San Matias Cristal right here on the Tequila Hombre, coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting and review of San Matias Cristal. It is a Cristalino. So let's not waste any more time. Let's kind of get into this tequila a little bit, give you some background information. This tequila has actually been out for a while. It's been in Mexico exclusively. It wasn't in the United States. I've actually tasted it a couple years ago when I was visiting Casa San Matias. It's made, just like a normal tequila with Casa San Matias, in that the agaves are cooked in a brick oven. They've got a ton of them there at Casa San Matias. That's all they use is hornos. So it's horno cooked agave, and then they use a roller mill to extract the sugars from the agave fibers after it is done cooking. And they also use a screw mill, so it's kind of a really cool setup. I'll do the video tour. I have a video tour of them that I will put together so you guys can see it. But they use a roller mill for the first part of extracting the sugars out of the fibers, and then before it actually goes up the conveyor to go into the truck to get sent out, it goes into a screw mill, which then presses all those fibers again after they're soaked with more water to really try to squeeze as much of the sugars out of the agave fibers as they can. So it's pretty efficient, and they said it's right now about 98% efficiency, which is pretty good. And then after it is done extracting the sugars, they then put the mosto in stainless steel tanks, where they ferment in stainless steel tanks, and then when it is done fermenting, they then distill it twice in stainless steel stills with copper coils. And then after they're done with distillation, it is then barreled. And this is barreled at 90 proof. And then they age it for 18 months in American white oak barrels. And then after it is done aging, they then, I'm going to say just a little prayer, a little moment of silence, because they then take an añejo and then filter it using 7 filters. So they have a combination of activated carbon filters and cellulose filters, and they pass it through however many times they need to in order to get the profile that they're looking for, which is this. Now, just for kicks and giggles, we can look at this behind some white paper. Now, there is a little bit of a yellowish hue. You can see the yellow hue to it. See that? So it still has a little bit of a yellowish hue to it. You can see a little tad bit of one there. So they filter it until they get that yellowish clear hue that they're looking for. Oops. Oh, excuse me. And then after that, it is bottled at 40% alcohol, 80 proof. And then we have a Cristal, the San Matias Cristal. So there you go. That's how this tequila is made. Now, as you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of Cristalinos. They typically then will use additives to enhance the flavor after they're done filtering. I talked to them quite a bit today, and they assured me, and I know that they don't like using additives. They don't use additives at that distillery. So there's no additives in this, and I trust them when they tell me there's no additives. They're very honest people and very upfront with me, and so when they say there's no additives, I trust there's no additives. So we'll see. Hopefully hopefully when I taste it, it'll confirm it, but I'm pretty sure because they don't, they're really good people and I trust them wholeheartedly. So this is all natural. So we'll see. All right. So, taking a look at it in the glass. It coats the glass nicely. You can see the legs and the tears just forming there. Nice viscosity to it. Looking at it in the glass, it is crystal clear. Slight, very slight yellowish, but you can't really tell. That's my skin that you're seeing in that. So, but it looks pretty much like a Blanco. But I think if we put it with some paper behind it, you can see just a slight yellowish hue to it. Just a slight. All right, so on the nose. Okay. Yeah, I get the sweet cinnamon cooked agave. It's not as front and center as normally like on a really good añejo. I get hints of vanilla coming through and some light caramel too. It's very light, very effervescent. But yeah, it's mostly just like cinnamon with vanilla and caramel in there. It's very light and floral, so it's not bad. It smells good. Has a nice appealing nose to it. Let's see what we get on the flavor profile. So, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I definitely get the cinnamon baking spices from the cooked agave in the front. It is Highlands agave, Altos agave, so it's going to be more on the fruity, sweeter side. So I definitely picked that up. And then after the agave, it has kind of like a vanilla cream soda-ish kind of flavor to it. That just kind of sits and rides there. I mean, it's flavor-wise, it's good, but it doesn't taste like an añejo. I mean, so if you're somebody that likes something really light, and this is extremely easy to sip, and you don't want the full flavor of an añejo, but you want some of the flavor, I guess, then this would work. I don't think it's got additives. It definitely doesn't have additives because the flavors are very light. It's not very forward on it. But it's lighter than I like to have in an añejo. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's good. Now, how would I rate this against the El Tequilano Cristalino that I said was my favorite? It's good, but it's not El Tequilano. El Tequilano did a very lightly aged reposado. And so the agave is still very powerful on it, and they didn't have to filter it that much. Where this, you can tell they've done quite a bit of filtering on it to get the añejo color out. But the flavor is very light, but it's very refreshing. It's if you had somebody that you wanted to introduce to añejos without all the powerful añejo flavor, this might be a good option for that. So, how would I rate this? I'd give this one 3 agave. It's good. It's not something I would buy personally and want to drink on a regular basis. If I'm going to do an añejo, I want an añejo. I mean, it's, and you know, there's other things that Casa San Matias does that I prefer, like the Gran Reserva Extra Añejo. I'd rather buy that and drink that than this. But it's not bad. So if you want to try it, go ahead and grab it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's just not something that really suits what I'm looking for. I love the people at Casa San Matias. It's a great distillery, and people love Cristalinos, so I don't blame them for making it at all. But it's not something that I would personally want to keep on my shelf. All right, so there you go. Let's check in with our members and see what everybody has to say and what's going on today. Hey, Alejandro, welcome. How are you doing? Hey, Silos P, how are you? Glad you like it. Hey, Chewy. Hola, how are you doing? Hey, Andy, glad you could make it. Deputy Sandoval's in the house. Hey, E-Fits. Welcome. Glad you guys can make it. Hey, Cucoletti. Welcome. Glad you guys can make it. What did you guys think? How did this sound to you? Have you guys been thinking about getting this? If we were to carry it on ferment and still, which, I don't know. If I get enough people that say they want it, I think we'll carry it, but I'm not inclined to do so really right now. I'm just kind of let it go, and I don't think we need it. We have the El Tequileno. Oh, well, the tequila police, the Deputy Sandoval.
He's correct. Do not go crazy over Cristalinos.
All right, well, Deputy Sandoval's here in enforcement. So I guess, we can't go crazy over Cristalinos. You just haven't been interested. Yeah, I understand. You never tried a Cristalino. Yeah, you're just not interested. I understand. Yeah, I wasn't really that interested too, but the El Tequileno one I thought was really good. This one, I mean, if you have a newbie that you want to get into tequila, this might be a good option. I think I would rather give this to somebody to drink than one that's laced with additives, because it does kind of represent what the flavors of tequila will have. It's just very light, so it's kind of it's like kind of like a kiddie roller coaster, Hey, Abel, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hey, Chewy. The review is what I expected. Too much good juice for me to spend money on Crystal. Yeah, I understand. It's the same. Yeah, I completely agree. And EB A101 Boxing seems like a better option than Don Julio, but still not our profile at our community. Yeah, it's not something that is really geared towards us, but I definitely would recommend this over the Don Julio 70. It definitely tastes better than that. I've had the Don Julio 70 and I wasn't impressed, but this one, I would recommend this. If someone said, hey, I want to get a Cristalino, what do you recommend? We have the San Matias Cristal at our store. I said, well, grab that one. That's a good one. You'd be okay with that. So I would recommend it in that kind of scenario where somebody was really kind of looking for something light and effervescent and not full of rich flavors like a regular añejo would be. And don't get me wrong, San Matias makes some really good añejos. If you've ever tried any of their single barrel like Blanton's or Eagle Rare Age, those are very good. But they just do this to fill in for the Cristalino craze that there is. But I'll drink the rest of the bottle. It's not like some of the other Cristalinos where I've poured them out because they were just kind of disgusting. This one I'll enjoy. I'll drink it, but it's not something I'm going to actively buy and keep on my shelf because I'd rather have a different tequila. All right, so So when am I doing the koskanis 7 reposado review? It's going to be coming up probably next week. We'll probably get it in next week. I got a bunch of stuff on the schedule, but I need to get that one done. So I got the añejo and the reposado, so we'll do those together next week. Okay, so look for it then. I got a bunch of other stuff we're going to do, a bunch of reviews we're going to get. Next week, I'm going to do the koskanis 7 reposado and 7 añejo. I have those now, and so I'll let you guys in on what those are about. And then I've got some other ones, but I have to look at my calendar and see which ones I'm going to do. So it should be a good week. Monday's going to be a lot of fun. We'll do some the Q&A on Mondays. And so we'll do the Q&A with the regular folks at 4 and then members only at 5. And if you guys aren't a member, it's easy to join. There is a link in the description. You just click, it's $9.95 a month, and you support the channel, and you get some additional content that everybody else doesn't get, as well as all kinds of things ranging from discounts to fermented still, as well as your own chats with the producers. So we'll have some brand owners and producers that will be members only chats, as well as the members only get to comment and ask questions during the live reviews. Also, if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and make sure you click the like button for the information I shared for you guys today and let you in on what's going on with this San Matias Cristal. All right, so Chewy wants to know, did the koskanis single barrel sell out? I heard rumors it did. Lots of people talking about the bottle on Instagram recently. No, it's not this. It's not the single barrel. It's the blended barrel. That's the one that's going crazy right now on Instagram and all over. Everyone is ranting and raving about it, and it's half the price of the single barrel. So we still have the blended barrel XA, and it's fantastic. So if you are interested, make sure you get it, because we are selling through it like crazy. And once it's gone, it's gone. And John Paul mentioned that in the last feed, where he's like, that one, once it's gone, it's gone. You won't see another XA from them in another 4 or 5 years. And then it's not going to be the same flavor profile. So make sure you grab that one. That's the one that's up on fermented still. All right. So, is that it? Is that all? All right, you guys. Well, on the agave scale, I gave it 3 agave. It's not bad. It's fine if you're looking for a Cristalino. But it's not something that I'm going to actively keep on my shelf. So unfortunately, I do love the stuff that San Matias does. So if you want to try anything else that they make great stuff. It's fantastic. So their stuff is really good. They have a great reputation. So until next time, hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday for Q&A with the Hombre at 4 o'clock for everybody, and then at 5 o'clock for members only. I'd love to see any of you that are interested in getting additional information, behind the scenes stuff, to join our community as a member. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. Salud.